Alright guys, so now we will start working on the login screen. So our onboarding screen is done. So we will click on the generate AI images. So we have here we have created a folder, and this folder have a index.tsx. So this is the screen. So let's start building this. We need to add the authentication with the email and password. So I will add a use state for email, and I will just set email. So to use state. Okay, I will just check for this here. Okay, fine, that's fine. So I will just copy this one more time, and I will say this as a password. I will say set password. Alright, I will make them a blank string because they are usually a string, so that's why I will just post another one, and I will say this as an email error, set email error. So this is also will be a blank one, and another we need for the password error, paste and say password error. Make sure you not have spelling mistakes. So set password error. Okay, and now we need for the state of the just for the state of the login, and if it's login, so it will say is login. So I will say const and say is login, because we have a multiple screen multiple context, or you say state like registration, password reset, and the login. So we will make a condition by using this state is set is login is state. So I will say it true, it will be a boolean type. Okay, and I will just copy this because they have use state multiple times. So I will say is loading, sorry, is loading. My keyboard is not that much covered, so is loading, set is loading, and I will say it as a false. Yeah, now another I will just paste one more time, and I will say is OTP, and I will say set is OTP. So I will just make it as a false. Alright, I will just post one more time. There are multiple use state OTP, and I will say set OTP, and this OTP will be like an array because we have a four digit of the numbers. So I will just add like this a blank strings here. Okay, just final, this is the final. I will say time left because we need to add a timer. That timer will be just a 1 minute timer. So after that this OTP will be reset, and you need to send again, the user will be sent again. All right, and it will be a type of the number. I will just remove this. Yep, so this looks good to me. Okay, so just the last one, we can say this is password reset, set is password reset, students for, we can say it false. Okay, now we have we need to create a context of the use auth context. So we will create it in this context folder immediately. So we will create an auth context. So I will just create a new file. I will say auth context. Our API is ready, it's in the Next.js. I have provided you code, so you just need to add a API URL to send and receive the auth. Okay, so I will say tsx auth.tsx, now we will start building this auth context. So I will say import, I will quickly import React. I will need a create context. All right, create context. We need use context, use context, and I will say use effect, and these all are coming from React. Okay, that's good. Now we need to import the Axios. Import Axios from Axios. Oh, why this happened, man? Okay, so I simply cut this out. I put this here. This happen automatically. Okay, and I will say import all as a secure store. Secure store is in the Expo securing the token, so you can just use the secure store from will be Expo secure store. All right, now another is import global API. Okay, we need to create this global API. You can just check this quickly. All right, so I will skip this one and I will say we will create this letter interface auth props, and I will say auth state optional. We have a token in this auth state and it will be a string type and will be null, could be null, and we can say authenticated will be a boolean and a null, and I will say user details is the type of any and a null. Okay, that's fine. Set auth state, and it will be a react dot dispatch. We will check if any type of error or any type of typo error. We will check that later. So I'll say react dot set state action, and in this state action we will have a token containing string, and I will just have a null, null. All right, and we say authenticated boolean and null, and we have a user details any. Problem here, we need to have a user details any, and because null sometime it will be a null, because once we clear the data in this set auth state, we will clear all of these. Okay, so they will become null, right? So they don't have any information. Okay, so now we have a problem here. This is good. React, maybe that's a problem. Just one more time. All right, okay, now I will say on OTP. Okay, so we have a auth state, set auth state, and on OTP also will be in the context, and we say its type of email. The email will be a string, category will be a string. All right, and it will fire a promise is type of any type of promise. Okay, and on register a function, we have a email type of string, password will be a string, OTP a number, and category will be a string. All right, so promise any on login email string, password string. So promise any. Okay, so error, I will add a comma, so error will be gone. So last one will be on logout and be a promise any. All right, so our function is done. So we will use the logout, we will have a login, have a register, and this for the password reset, and this for the fetching the details in and storing into this state. Okay, so we can use all over the screens. Okay, whatever the multiple screens we have, we can use on the multiple screens, auth state and set auth. All right, so this is done. So now let's export this and create all the code inside this register, login, and OTP and state. Okay, const export const auth provider and it will be a say children type of any arrow function. All right, so above this we need to add a function export const use auth, its type of arrow function, and in this we can say return use context auth context. Okay, const. Oh, that was a spelling mistake, nothing else. So this is wrong. Auth context. Okay, so we need to create this auth context above this, so we can say const we will use the token key is equal to, you can use any type of token here, and say export const API URL. All right, and okay, so let's create an env file. So we will have a env variables in this file. I will say .env. all right, and I will say this as a expo public URL. Okay, and in this we need to use a server URL here, expo public URL. So we will go to our server. So this is Next.js server, this is the backend basically. So we will use this one, this network error. Okay, don't use this local host, we need to use this one. So copy this and just paste it here. Okay, that's good. So now go back, and here we will provide this. So I simply say a $, and we'll say process.env dot expo underscore public underscore URL. Okay, and we say slash API. So our Next.js is here. So if we go here and we quickly take a look, we say src, and in app and in API we have lots of APIs here. Okay, AI models, replicate API. We will check this one by one later because they all are related to the screens. Okay, this related to the home screen and the prompt screen. This related to the sign up process. Okay, and this for the user login, user sign up. Everything is set up here. We just need to incorporate in this React Native. All right, so this is done. Let's click on that and const auth context create context. Okay, and I say auth props. Okay, that is done. Fine. So we have a token. You can change this, but I will use this just a temporary. And we have API URL from the Next.js. Okay, and I will say Next.js API URL, and I will simply comment this out. Sorry. Okay, now we have a context. We will go to this provider and we'll start adding the function one by one. All right, so I will say const auth state set auth state is equal to, this is react dot use state, and in this we will have a token string and null type. Okay, I will simply add one more authenticated, and we have a boolean type and we say it's a null. Another is user details, that is type of an object and a type of a null because it's an object. It's a type. If a user have a details like a multiple like you say email address, name, user image, and particular user details. Okay, so it will be an object, so that's why I'm using this object curly brackets. All right, so this is also done. Now we have added here this, so we can close like this. Add a function. In this we have some more objects. Object would be the same like a token null initializing authenticated will be null user details null. Okay, so this is packed up, and here just give a space and say react dot, or we will just directly use the use effect, and in this you will find some code in the string. Okay, don't worry about that, but it will be work as expected. You will see this flow is very smooth. Okay, so if you find anything, any strange thing between this code, you can improve this. Okay, you can improve at your side, you can improve your app. Okay, that you are free to do. You just need to watch this and get the whole idea how this actually are built. Okay, it's very beautiful app. It's have a very smooth transitions and everything is working perfect because I have added too much time, around 1 month added to this building this app. Okay, so we can start another one. Let's say const load token async and if token is available token is there, let's say, oh sorry, my bad. So I will say const token await secure store dot get item async, and I will just add my token key here. Okay, so I will say if token is there, I will add set auth state, and I will add my object. I will add a token as a token. Okay, I will as authenticated as a true because it's a type of boolean, and I will add a user details. User details will be a null, nothing here. Okay, so this looks good to me. Now I will simply this closing here. I will simply run this function in the use effect, and I will add a empty dependencies. If there are no dependency for this, it will be run independently. All right, let's go here and just say now we need to do the for the OTP. So I will say OTP function. So const OTP is an async. We have email string category string, and I will add a try and catch block, so we will catch the errors. So I'll say constant OTP response await. We have axios dot post. So now I'm just simply adding this URL. So I will say API URL, and I will say slash send OTP. All right, so if you remember, if I told you we already have this created here, you see this send OTP, and we already added this API URL here. If you check this, we have this URL added here, so we are getting this URL from here. Okay, and now we can make the request. So we will simply add some object like email, and I'm adding this category because we need to differentiate if this OTP is for the password reset or this OTP is for the registration. Okay, because we are using OTP process for the sign up process and for the password reset, but the same engine working in the one stream of code. Okay, we are not using a multiple code. So yeah, that's good. Now we will say simply a return an OTP response is type of data. All right, so here I will say this as any type of error, and I will simply return this as an error dot response dot data. Okay, so this is done. Now next is for the register function, and here I will say const register is async, and it will be a email string. Okay, and password string, and we need a OTP. As I told you, we need an OTP for the registration process also. Just keep writing this code, so we will get an idea what actually happening in the next. but if you stop between somewhere or you give up, you will never get it done. Because I'm also feeling a damn pain in the back because I'm just sitting around and just writing this code. So try and catch block, and in this we need to add our we need to call the axios function here. So I will say const result is await axios dot post. We need to post all the data to the API, and I will API URL, and I will fire to the user dash sign up. Okay, so I will go to this and we will just check this user sign up. If you see, we have a user sign up this API route. Okay, and in this I will just simply add our object we are passing like a email and password and OTP and category, because uh, we need to compare what type of sign up is this sign up process. All right, so this is done, and here I will say if result data dot success, if this is success, in this we are getting a success. If you check this API quickly, I will just quickly have a what we are passing. See, we are passing this success here. It will be a false, or it will be a true. Here also it's getting error in this. It will be a false here. So if everything is okay, so we are just passing this data and this status. See, if you see here, if response of JSON is success is true, so we will get the data in const data. I created it very simplified, not that much complicated, so you will have a clear understanding of this code. It will not take much time to understand. Credits result dot data dot user dot credits. Okay, so we will getting the credits here. This is wrong here. Const. All right, and now we have an email, so I will just simply copy paste this, so we don't need to edit again. We just add say email, and another thing is an ID, say an ID result data user and ID, and I will say a picture, and this picture will be come from here picture, and I will say user name, and this username is coming from the user name. Okay, so this looks done. Okay, and here I will simply set this into the set auth state in the use state. So we will have a token, and token will be in result dot data dot token that we are passing from the API, and authenticated will be true. All right, and user details, if you guess, it will be a data. This data will be set into this, so we can use in the home screen and other user profile screens. All right, so that's meaning of context to use across the screens. All right, and I will just simply return result dot data for the notification purpose. Okay, so now we have errors we can handle. If error is instance of error, so we can say if axios dot is axios error, we are just deep dive into the axios error because we can't fetch in a basic JSON, so that's why in error is response and return error dot response dot data. Okay, so this is also done. Yep, so our register function is done. So now next is we say login function. Okay, login function, so we will quickly create const login is async email string and try and catch const response and await axios dot post API URL and we say user dash login. This also created in the Next.js. We are not using any stripy backend, any type of third-party Supabase and all. So we are using everything in the Next.js and React Native. That's the beauty of this project. And MongoDB and Prisma. That's also a plus point. Because their community is huge. If you get any error, if you get any type of problem, you can just simply go to the Stack Overflow and you can find the solution quickly, right? If you use any stripy, and first of all, why I'm not using stripy, because that is huge. It's take too much time to the load. One thing, if you just sign up, it take too much time, and it also lots of code in there. We don't need many type of models, but they already brought that models into that dashboard. Okay, and in this, just a simplified what we need, we can incorporate as per your requirement. All right, so we have what we need, simply email and password, nothing much. Okay, so go to here and say axios dot default dot header. We need to save the token into the header and let's say authorization. Okay, is equal to a bearer token bearer. Okay, and simply maybe we need to use a template string, so that's why it's coming like this. Okay, and say response dot data dot token. Fine. I will say here await secure store dot set item async and token key response dot data dot token. So it will save in this secure store. All right, now another thing is just get this point. Once the user is login, okay, so we need to check how much credit left for the user, because we are resetting the credit. Okay, if the user use the credit of the 10 credit they are used, so it automatically reset in the next day. Okay, so we will need to check it here. So once they log in, so it will be reset. So now we can just simply say if response dot data dot user dot username is available. If successfully login, say const last updated raw is response dot data dot user updated at we need to get this updated at means the time when it's updated. We can say const last updated is last updated raw is available, else we say new date last updated raw, else null. Okay, if last updated row available, we will be add a new date. Okay, this format will be added here, else it will be null. Say const today new date that is new day false. Okay, and if last updated and is nan last updated dot get time, so is new day is equal to last updated dot get it should be a UTC time, because we need to match the exact time, because server time and the system time are different. So that's why get UTC full year. This is a function. It's not equal to we are just comparing get UTC full year. All right, now here we say last, I will just save this, last updated dot get UTC month. All right, and it's not equal to today dot get UTC month. Okay, now at last updated dot get UTC a date. So function not equal to today dot get UTC a date. Okay, yeah, this is fine. Else say is new day is true. All right, so this is done. And now here, just give me a second. So our function is if is new day, so simply I will update the credit. global global API. We need to create this global API. Okay, global API dot update user credit response dot data dot user dot id. All right, and here we will have a credits 10. All right, so now I will just simply create this global API. So we will have this. I will simply create a folder name a service. This services, and in this I will copy this new file global.api.ts. all right, so let's create this global API. I will simply import Axios from Axios, and I say const Axios client Axios dot create base URL. And yeah, process dot env dot expo public URL. all right, and I say API. Okay, comma, and I will say headers. In headers we will have a content type. So here it is, content type, and content type shall be application JSON, and we need to authorize. We can't send this empty, we need to authorize with the token. So I will say bearer token. We can say bearer plus process.env dot expo public backend key. Okay, so we need to create this backend key in this env. So, and we can just get this backend key. We will need to go to our. You can also create any backend key. We just need to match the backend key with here. So if you see this API key, you can just copy this and save it here. This is done. Let's go back. Okay, so this code is done. So now we need to create a update user credit. Update user credit. So let's go back and just copy this function update user credit and go here and say const update user credit is equal to async function, and I will say id string and data type of any. Okay, so now we will have a try and catch, and in this try and catch we can say const response await Axios client dot put, and I will just add a user list, and in this I will pass what I will pass. I will pass a question mark ID okay, and a data here. Now this is done. Simply I will return response, okay, and this error type of any, and I will say console dot, I will just fire a log here. Sorry, I will say error console dot error, and in this I will say error occurred while updating user credit. So we will get a clear idea if any error dot response data or error dot message. All right, so now what we need to do, we need to go down and we need to simply export them. Export default, I will say update user credit. All right, so now we go back and simply it's coming from the services global API. If you see what I did, I just select control and space, so it automatically give me an import. So it's on the top, but I think something is wrong. Just a minute, something is wrong, still wrong. Identifier expected. Okay, this looks good. Yeah, update user credit stand. Okay, let's go down, let's complete this function. It's almost done. So say const, once we are logged in successfully, say const, we can say credit. We need to have a updated data credits. So we'll say is new day, so we have 10 credit if it's a new day. Else response dot data dot user dot credits. All right, so I will just copy this one because we need it again and again. Me email, let's just add an email here, and I will say ID response data user ID. Two more time. This wait, we say picture, we say picture, and one more time for the username. All right, so now I will simply set auth state. I will add a token response dot data dot token. Okay, authenticated true, user details will be a data. Okay, this is done, and I will simply closing here, simply return data. All right, and in this I will return what I will return. I will return error true, message error as any, okay, any, and dot response dot data dot message. all right guys, so our login function is also done. Hope you have completed with me, so you will not forget any line of code. So you can just have a quick look. Login. Okay, this looks clean. There are no any error, any ESLint error. And now we will create our, you can say, we will create a logout function. This is the last and final function, and we are done. So I will say logout function. Let's complete this. Cons, this is small, not much bigger. Logout async and let's say await secure store dot delete. Okay, so once we log out, we will delete the token from the secure store. So now delete process started. We will remove the token key and axios dot defaults dot headers dot common. In this, the authorization will be a null. All right. Next is set auth state will be, everything will be null and false. So token null, authenticated, it will be a false, and user details will be null. We will clear all the data. Okay, so this done, and we will pass the return as a true. All right, so this all looks good. So now we need to export all these values, const value, so we can pass all over the screen. We say on OTP, what will be OTP? Okay, on register, okay, and on login will be a login. Okay, on logout, say logout. Okay, and also I will pass auth state and set auth state, so I can add a value in this whatever we are changing. And the final is return auth context dot provider value will be a value, and what we are passing inside are children. All right, so now this code is perfectly done. This is very beautiful code. If you can just check this auth context, this doing everything for the auth system. This auth system is perfect and all yours. You are not using any clerk, any type of third party. Okay, this is yours. Okay, this is very secure and fast, and it's work very flawless, very awesome. So simply what we need to do, we can go the app in the layout section, and we simply just need to import it here, right? And it will be done. So let's do this. So what I will say, I can say auth provider auth provider. I will just cut this out and grab this up here. Okay, auth provider. Now we will go back. We can close this API. We will close this auth context. Okay, and we will go to back to the login. So we will left the login, so we can start from here. Fine. So now what I will say, const on login and on register on OTP from use auth that we have created recently of the auth state. Also I will use a router and I will say use router from the expo router. All right, now we need to validate our email. Const validate email is equal to email string Alright, it's a function, and say const regex s at plus dot all right. So this done, so we can say return regex dot test the email. Oh, sorry. Okay, so this function done. Another is const validate password and in this validate this password string return password dot length is greater than or equal to 8 character long password we required. Okay, so sorry, yeah, okay, so now we can start creating the screen. So we will just let's do this. So what I will do, I will just simply add this into here and I will make like this. All right, perfect. So I will simply click on this generate image and we are on the login screen. Okay, so I will say here safe area provider, say style style is a background color will be hash 0c081f. okay, and flex 1, and I'll simply add it to the here, so it will be cover. Okay, so now we have a safe area and we say view, and in this view we have a style and flex 1. All right, and here I will add a status bar. Sorry, I will add it again. Status bar from React Native and say hidden true. Okay, now I will add a keyboard avoiding view, so if we are typing in the fields, so we can remove the keyboard. Okay, means if we have completed typing, so we can remove the keyboard, else keyboard will be overlapping to the fields. So that's why we can say keyboard avoiding view from the React Native, and it need to pass some behavior as like if we say platform dot os is equal to iOS, so padding else height, oh sorry, else height. All right, let's say style flex 1. All right, another thing is keyboard vertical offset is platform dot os is equal to iOS, so it will be 80, else it will be a 60. Okay, now here we need to add our linear gradient, so we can say linear gradient, and I think it's not imported. Let's check this out quickly. Yeah, it's imported here. Okay, so in this linear gradient we will add a style, so we have a styles dot overlay. So let's quickly add all the style sheet one by one. So lots of style here. So what I will do, I will just simply copy paste the style, so we don't need to waste the time on this. Okay, so I will provide you this all the style sheet, so you can just copy paste style sheet from React Native. Yep, this is done. So now we can start this. All right, so now I will just say colors we need to pass. So this will be transparent. 3 times we need to pass the transparent color, so I will just simply copy paste. Hello.
Yes, sir. Virada was speaking from Astro.
हेलो.
हेलो.
यस सर, बोलिए.
यस सर, मैं एस्ट्रोडॉक से बात कर रहा हूँ. हमारी डिस्कशन हुई थी रिगार्डिंग योर ऑर्डर, तो आपका जो रिटर्न था वो रिसीव हो गया है. हमने आपका रिफंड भी इनिशिएट कर दिया था.
हाँ.
तो जैसा कंफर्मेशन कॉल कि आपको जो रिफंड है वो इनिशिएट हो गया.
हाँ, मिल गया रिफंड. रिफंड मिल गया सर.
अच्छा. और कोई प्रॉब्लम सर आपको?
नो, खाली सपोर्ट आपका थोड़ा सा फिक्स करो, वो रिस्पॉन्स बहुत डिले करते हो आप.
सर वी आर कंप्लीटली वर्किंग ऑन इट. आप बिल्कुल चिंता मत करिए, आगे से आपको ऐसी कोई दिक्कत नहीं आएगी.
ओके, ठीक है सर.
ओके, थैंक यू.
Okay, transparent, and I will just simply say RGBA, and in this I will say 12 8. We need this color, so 0.57, and I will simply just a minute, add in the string Okay, so just save this. So what I will do, I will simply copy this and paste home in terms of 3 to 4 times. So 1 2 3 4. All right, and I will simply remove this one, this value from here also. Okay, and I will make it 16, and for this 8 8 31, and I will make it a 48, and I will remove this, so it will be 8 8 31. I will copy one more time, I will paste it here. Okay, so this looks good, and here I will add as 0 0 0, so in the bottom it will be a black color, as 0 0 0. Come on here, unexpected. So why this is okay? So if you see, there are a blue patch and this black area, but soon it will be start visible in this area. All right, so I will say here touch without feedback on press. So on press I will say keyboard will be dismiss, so keyboard dot dismiss. I will call this function, and here I will add a view, and in this view I will say style should be a flex 1. All right, so we need to add it in the side of this. So this is coming to the when we refresh or when we make the changes, it's coming to the onboard screen. So what will we do? We can go here and we will just simply say login in the first screen, so it will redirect to the login screen. So let's go back. So we can go to the, now we are in login screen. All right, so we are in this view. Now I will say scroll view from React Native, and in this scroll view I need to add a content container style, and say flex grow 1, and say keyboard keyboard should persist tabs, and it should be like a handle. All right, so in this I will add a view. In this view we add a style. We already added the style, so we don't need to. So we will say a text box. We need a text box here. So here I will just simply add a text, and here I'll say style dot sorry my bad, say styles dot, I will say a title. So where is the title? It's here. So you can add a title, and I will say allow font scaling should be false, so it will be not change the font as per the device settings. All right, so we can add a welcome to a spacer here, this spacer, and I will simply add one more time of this text here, and I will change the style to highlights, and I will say welcome to the Estify. You can add any different name, that is not mandatory to add only this name. You can add any your own name. Okay, just use any creative name, that's it. So I will just simply add one more text after this is our welcome text. Okay, so after this text I will add one more text, and in this text I will say this will be a subtitle and say create stunning images with with the help of AI. Very good. So this is coming here. Okay, and I will add a view after this, and in this view we have a style, and we can say we have styles dot a line container, and in this line container I will just copy this view and paste this here, and I will say this line container is have a on the line HR. Okay, so if you see this line color coming, this purple color, so in after this view I will just copy, not copy, I simply add a text. Okay, and in this text we have a style, and this styles dot sign in text allow font scaling will be a false. Font scaling will be false. All right, so guys, here is something, this will be a text that will be a dynamic. Okay, so now our whatever the use state we have used here, you see there's too many, that will be a magic work here. So I will say is password reset, so it will be a reset password, else is login. If it is login, so it will be a sign in, it will call a sign in, else it will be a sign up. So I will just simply cut this out and add it here. Okay, so if you see it's showing now. So now we have a view, and in this view we say styles dot form, and in this you can say is OTP. If it is OTP, so we can say we simply say OTP form. Okay, we will add it later, so don't worry about it. We will add it, else we can say a simple user form. All right, so this is done. So just quickly we can create an OTP form, and okay, so let's quickly create it, OTP form. All right, and here I will create a user form, and in this form I will just pass OTP. So I say OTP, and I will pass set OTP, set OTP, and the last one is will be email. All right, and here it's a email set email and password set password, set password. All right, so this is looks good to me. All right, so let's create these forms. So what I will do, I will just create a folder, I will call it forms, and I will create an OTP form.tsx. okay, I will go back, user form, new file, tsx. Okay, OTP form and user form. Let's create a OTP form. So it will be not a bigger one. So in this OTP form, I will say const OTP form. That's the same, nothing much. What we are passing email. Oh, just take a look at this. Okay. Okay, so we don't need to pass the email, we just need to pass the OTP and set OTP. Alright, so this is type of any, and here say const inputs is equal to use ref from the React, and it will be a text input of the blank array. Alright, so say const handle change is value string index number. If is not a number, nan, I will just add a number or value this, and return or nothing. Alright, so now we have a handle change, so we can just const new OTP is equal to extract the OTP, new OTP index is equal to value set OTP. So new OTP if value and index is less than 3, so we will give an error because it's a 4-digit OTP. So that's why inputs dot current index plus 1 focus, so it will be check on the fields. Alright, so this looks okay. So this done, and this function handle change is done here. Okay, so const handle key press is equal to event any, and index is a type of number. Alright, so if event is native event dot key backspace ampersand not OTP index and index is greater than 0, so inputs dot current index -1 dot focus. Alright, so this is okay, this looks fine. So now say return view, I think we need to import this view from the React Native. Okay, that looks okay. So I will add a styles dot, oh, why is this coming again and again, container. Okay, so we can just copy paste this again, paste this, and what we need to do, we can say export default OTP verification, oh sorry, we can say OTP form. All right, and here we can say const styles is equal to style sheet from React Native dot create, and we simply add a container style. So we can say container, and in this container we have align items will be a center, justify content will be in center. Okay, and we can say OTP container, and in this OTP container you can say flex direction is a row, and justify content will be in center, and margin vertical will be a 10, and the final one, OTP input will be a width 50, height 50, and border width will be a 2, border color we can say hash, so it will be a 8f3 7ff. all right, so border radius will be 8, and text align will be a center, and font size will be a 20. Okay, and margin horizontal will be a 5, and color will be a hash fff, will be a white. Okay, so let's quickly, it will not take much time, we just need to add a OTP container here, can make a space, so OTP dot map, and we can say digit any and index any, and this function passing here we will say text input, and this text input we need to, okay, so it's coming from the React Native. Yep, I'll pass a key will be a index, I'll pass a ref, and a ref will be a ref, we're using inputs dot current index is equal to ref. Okay, style, so we say styles dot OTP input. Stance is done. I'll say keyboard type is numeric and max length will be a 1 and value will be digit and on change text will be a value and handle change value index key press event and handle key press. That a function we added on top, so it will be done from here. So handle key press function, handle change is here. All right, so our OTP form component is done. So we will go back to the login. I will just remove this one. So I will simply and I will just refresh this reloading. So I don't know what's happening here. It's not reloading. So let's stop the server. Okay. Okay. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. ये जो कोड किया है ना गाइस, ये कोई ऐसे नहीं है कि हाँ भाई मुंह उठा के फटाफट कर दिया. डूइंग दिस थिंग इज टेक लॉट्स ऑफ योर माइंड पावर. आप जब आप कोड करने बैठते हो तो यू विल फील अ लॉट्स ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स. Okay, so let's start the app again. Alright, so we need to create the user form. So I will go to the form. We have a user form here. I will say R and F. So it will create a component for me. Alright. So in the user form, it's quite bigger one. What I will do, I will just simply go here and start importing this email, set email, thank God is coming, password and set password. Okay, so we have, and we can say these all any, it will solve the problem. Perfect. So we say const password visible. So we need to hide and visible the password by clicking on that icon. Set password visible. Use state false. Say style, so that is a flex direction is a column. All right, and width will be 100%. Okay, so this looks good. So I will just reload it again. I will go here and I will use this so it will not give an error. but it will give like this a screen. I will go to the user form and I will remove this. Okay, and I simply copy this view again. I will paste it here. I simply remove this style and say styles dot input container. Okay, so let's quickly create the css. So I will create a css const styles is equal to style sheet from React Native dot create. So we can create this input container. So input container have a flex direction, that is a row align items. हेलो, हाँ जी बोलिए। बोलिए। नहीं सर, मैं प्रॉपर्टी नहीं देख रहा हूँ। Okay, so I will say align items is a center and border width will be 1, border color we say RGBA, let's say RGB, and 143 55 255. all right, and I will say border radius will be 6, margin vertical 8, padding horizontal 16, and background color be RGB is 23 and 23. Sorry. Okay, this is good. So input box color is done. Go to the top again. Okay, so in this view I will say ionic icons. Its name is a male and its size should be 20, and its color should be a hash white. Okay, and its styles dot icon. Why this happen every time, man? Like this. Okay, so we need to define this, but let's see. Perfect. Now text input from React Native, and we can pass the styles dot input field, and placeholder will be enter email ID. That's okay. Placeholder text color, so placeholder text color will be hash FFF white. We need a white. On change text, if text change, so we will pass to the text to a function set email to text. All right, and last and value is email. Okay, so let's define this too. Here icon, it will be a quick, not take much time. So I will say icon a margin right 10. Input field, so input field you can say flex 1, font size platform dot os is equal to iOS, then we say 16, else 10. Forget font size, something wrong. Let's refresh it again. Okay, so if you see, go ahead man, if you see, cancel this, don't come over. So we have this input field for the email. Okay, so we can just simply make it a bigger one, little bit bigger. So you're good. All right, so let's create another field. So this input field is done. So what I will do, okay, no problem. View, and in this view we have a style. This we have a styles dot password container. All right, so let's go and create the password container. So the password container will be like a flex direction row. I will copy this too, or we can say we have a, okay, so I will just simply, because this and this are the same, so I don't need this. I will simply place here, so that will be work for me, and I will simply copy this entire one and paste it here. What we need to change, we need to change it here. We can say lock dash closed, close lock. Okay, so icon is done. We just need to make the changes here. Enter password, one has forgot. Okay, and I will say here this is the, we need to say set password, and the value should be password. Okay, and now if we can say secure text entry, and we can say password visible. If password not visible, so it's secure it. So if you type something, okay, so you can't see right now because it's not visible, but what we can say is not visible here, so we can make it visible. You can say RGB 250 250 250. All right, so still not visible. Okay, got it. So we need to have some color issue, but if we can see this input field, okay, got it. So what we can do, we can add a color, and in this color we can hash fff. Also, yeah, this will be a visible. This is we a quick, we can make it 14. Yeah, this looks good. All right, so let's go up again here. So our password is also done, but it's not visible because we need to add that button to make it visible. So after this, make a enter and add touchable opacity. That will be a make a clickable thing. Touchable opacity from React Native. All right, and here I will just copy this icon. I will paste it here. All right, and in this icon, in this name, The name we need to make a dynamic, so I will say password visible, so I off, else I. Okay, the size we can say 18, that would be a good. Color is okay, color is fine. Or what we can say, we can just remove this. Yeah, and now here we need to pass the onPress function. OnPress, say set password visible, not password visible, and vice versa. So if we add something and we click here, it will be visible, not visible, visible, not visible. Yep, this is good. All right, so our user form is done. We have these two fields only. These two fields do the magic for the sign in, registration, and the password reset. That's it. All right, so let's go back to the OTP form. Sorry, our login screen, and we can start building. So we can complete this area. All right, so here I will say if email have error, so I will just add a text box, and just give me a second. Or you can say password error, so I will add another text box. Okay, or else you can say null. In this we need to add the style, and here I will say styles dot, we have a error text. Copy this and paste it here. They are both same. Okay, and here I will add, sorry, email error, and here I will add a password error. All right, so this is done. Now here we need to add a button, so that button will do the magic like login, sign in, sign up, and password reset. That button is very huge to take all the things, so let's do that. So we say touchable opacity, say disabled is loading, so this will be a true or false. Okay, and here I say style, and in this style we say styles dot button, but this styles dot button will be a dynamic one, so I will just remove this and add an array, and in this array I will add the style dot button, add a comma and an object, and I will say a background color, and is password reset. Is handling the multiple things, so that's why if is password reset, so the color of the button background color will be changed. So we say RGB, this RGB we say 255 230 and 0. Okay, else is login. If it's login, we can have a hash 8 F37 FF. All right, else we can say hash FFF. Yeah, go back here. All right, so this is done. Now we say on press, so on press will handle if is OTP, so we can say Okay, we need to define that function, so but we can add this verify OTP. This is the function we need to define, but right now we can just add a null, so it will remove the error, and we say is password reset, is password reset. So we say handle password reset and is login. So we say handle login else handle register. We can also here verify OTP. Okay, so we need to define the functions. There are lots of functions here, but something is wrong. So if is handle is password reset, so we say handle password reset. Why we are adding this thing, huh? Or if is login, so we can say handle login else. Move this one, bro. All right, so one by one we can define this function on the top, so that will be okay. So let's do that one by one. So first of all, I will define the login one. So we have a handle login, handle register, handle password, or verify OTP. So let's go on the top, define this thing. So we have a validated password. Okay, so validated password as string return. So something is wrong here. Let's check this out. Okay, all right, it's fine. Okay, so let's type const handle type keyboard dot dismiss. Okay, set email error, we will be reset the email error. Set password error, we will reset the password error. And set is login, we will also make it a false. Is login, login is not is login. Okay, so set is password reset, we can make it a false. All right, and set is OTP, we can make it a false. And set time left, we can make it 0. Okay, now go below and add const handle login. We are creating a login function, so async let's say keyboard dot dismiss, set is loading true, set email error, set password error, okay. So here if not a validate email, we will pass the email that is type of string, sorry, as a string. So we say set is loading false, set email error, we can say please enter a valid email ID Okay, we will throw this error and will be return null, return nothing. Close the code. So if I will just simply copy paste this one for the password, I will replace this from the validate password, and I will say password set loading false and set password error. I will say password, this is wrong here, password must be at least 8 character long. Okay, and return false. Say const result await on login. We are calling the function that we have created in the this auth context. In this, if you see auth context, we have created this. Okay, this on login. So if you go up, this will be here, and the reference of this is on login. Okay, yep. Now on this on login, everything looks something wrong. Okay, and here we say email password. Fine. Now we will get the result after the login, and say if result dot success. So I will add a toast. Okay, we need to add this toast. This is coming from the React Native toast message. Alright, so we need to install this toast React Native message toast notification. So we will just simply make a new terminal. We say npm install react dash native dash toast dash message install. Okay, so this is installed. So if we can have no, we need to go to the top. Okay, so here say import toast from React Native toast message here. What the heck? React Native toast message. All right, so where are you, bro? So here it is. So we can say toast dot show begins showing a message. So it will be a type of success. Okay, type of success, and it's a text one will be like login successfully. I will say user login successfully. You can make it more dynamic. There are lots of possibilities, and we can say set timeout function. So in this timeout we can say set. We will show a loading little bit. Set is loading false after the time out. We will make it 2 second 2000, and then we will redirect user router dot replace. We will use the replace, we will not use the redirect. Or I will say path name will be path name should be, so right now I'm just using this one because we don't have a so, or we can quickly create a new folder, and we can say it dash, and in this folder we can create new file called home.tsx. okay, and I will say R and F here. We are not working on the home screen, just creating this component, so it will not give an error. So here now we can import dash as a home. Okay, it's automatically fetching now. And once after this, if and we can say else, set is loading false, and we will show an error. So I will just simply copy this toast again and I will paste it here. I will say this and as error, and I will say sorry, something wrong dash, we need to use the template string. Okay, and I will say result dot message, so it automatically give the error message. All right, so our login is done. I will go up, click on here. So now here we can say we need to create a register one, const handle register async, okay, say keyboard dismiss, set is loading true. All right, heading on to set email error, and set password error. All right, we need to do this thing. We just copy paste this both error, copy this and paste them here. So let's just quickly check this. Validate email. All right, validate password. All right, so this looks good. And now say const category is equal to, we can say register account. Okay, so this will be already added in the backend, Next.js backend, where it will be a compare if this is for the registration or for the password reset. You will get idea. Just keep coding, keep writing this code. OTP response is equal to now we need an OTP, right? Await on on OTP we will pass an email and category. Okay, so now if OTP response is success, so we need to show that toast again, toast dot show, and the type will be success. next one, OTP sent on email. Okay, and then we can say set time left 60. We will set a time. Set is loading will be a false. Set is OTP will be a true. Okay, because the user can enter the OTP in the OTP field. Else, okay, I just copy this one because coming again and again. So it is loading false, and I will copy this. I will say error, and simply say OTP response dot error. Okay, so this looks okay to me. Now we need to verify the OTP. So I will say const verify OTP is async. Okay, and this coming, paste it here and make it true. Okay, so say const OTP code, can say any is OTP dot join. We need to join the all digits, so that's why. Join if OTP code dot length is not equal to 4, so we can have a set loading false, and then we can have an error. So we can set this toast again, and we can say this as a please enter please enter 4-digit OTP. We show this error, and then we will say return nothing. Now here we need to add a try and catch block. Try and catch block, say let category string, let category string, and if is password reset. So category is password reset, else category is register account. We need to add this inside. That's why it's not showing, huh? Okay, so this, okay, fine. Just click here, const response await on register email password OTP code and category. Okay, so now we have a response. So So we can just simply if response dot success, we need this toast. If response dot is success, so we can save this as a success, and we can say move this OTP verified successfully. All right, and here I will say set timeout. We need to add a set timeout function where we get this loading of false, and set OTP will be a false. Set is OTP. Okay, sorry. Set is OTP false, and I will say this as a 2000 2000. Set OTP and then router dot replace, and we have a path name dash and home. Okay, once we reset the OTP, so we can just go to the home. I mean, sorry, reset the password, so we can go to the home screen. All right, and then where is this if is closing? So let's wait here. Okay, else we can say set is loading. I just saved this one. Okay, and we need to copy this toast again to show the error. So I will replace this as error, and I can say just remove this response dot error. Okay, and in this catch we need this just copy this and just paste out here set is loading false error, and you can just say this as a failed to verify OTP. Okay, now another function we need to add a handle password reset. That will be a last one. Const handle password reset to async okay, I will say keyboard dot dismiss. It will be a dismiss, and set is loading will be a true because we are running this function, so that's why. Set email error, reset the email error, and set password error. Okay, so now again we need this validation, this one. Let's copy this, go down in the handle, press handle password reset, and paste this here, and just const category is password reset. You can add this inside const OTP response. This is almost done, guys. This is the last one. OTP on OTP, so say email and category. Yeah, now if OTP response dot success. So we need this toast again, so we can just copy this one and paste it here, and we can say it a success. And here we need to remove this and say OTP response dot message. Okay, and then we need to set time left to the 60-second again, and set is loading will be a false, set is OTP will be a false. All right, so that's fine. And here else part, we can just copy this one, just copy this all three, paste it here, just remove this one, copy this, paste at the top, and make it an error, and we can say an error. Oh, sorry. All right, so this functioning is done. Okay, so let's go down where we have added this all function. Okay, so now we can just wrap up another code. So where we are here. Okay, so just click on here. So inside the touchable opacity, we can say a text, you can say a style. So style will be dynamic, so say color if is login or is password reset, so it will be a black color. Okay, else it will be a white color. Yeah, comma, and we say font weight will be a regular. Yeah, this is time, this is good. In the text we can say is loading, so we will add a view. We can just add a null here, so it will not give an error. Okay, so here we can say a style. In this style we can add a flex direction. It will be a row. Align items be in the center, and justify content will be center. Okay, and here we need to add an activity indicator, that is a loader. So I will say activity indicator. This activity indicator, we have a size of activity indicator will be small. Okay, and color will be if is not a login or is password reset, so we say it a black color or we say it a white color. Slowly it's taking the shape, so keep coding. So we say text, and it have a style, color, we say if it's not a login or is password reset, okay, and the last one, just a minute, font size, font weight will be a regular. Okay, and we can say it as a please wait. All right, so this text is done. So this under the view, and here we can say is password reset and is OTP, and here we can add verify reset OTP, verify reset OTP, and send OTP. Okay, now after this we can add one more condition is OTP. Okay, so we can say verify OTP. The same button will be changing again and again for everything. All right, one more ternary condition will be applied here. So we say is login, so we say sign in. Okay, else we say sign up. So hope you can see this visible sign in, but its color is black coming. So let's take a look what will be the issue, why it's coming black. So maybe the issue could be is password reset. That is fine. Alright, maybe some issue maybe in the style sheet, but we will take a look later because we are in middle of something, so we can't check it right now. Okay, so what I will do, I will here touchdown is done, touchable opacity is done. So we need to add a timer after this button, so we can say an OTP timer, and here we need to pass something is OTP, is OTP, set is OTP, set is OTP, time left is time left, and set time left will be set time left. Alright, so let's create this inside the component and forms OTP timer.tsx, and I will say RNF React Native functional component. This will be create for us. OTP timer, so I will say is OTP, set is OTP, time left, and set time left. I will say them any. All right, so now you can say a react dot use effect. Oh, sorry, use effect. So in use effect we say if is OTP and time left is greater than 0, say const timer set interval set time left previous any previous -1. Okay, and I will set a time 1000. Alright, so this is done, and we say return clear timeout timer else if time left is equal to 0, can say set is OTP false. Okay, and dependency you can add is OTP time left. Alright, so go below and say const format time second number const minute is equal to math dot floor second by 60. Right, const second is equal to second 60 return template string minute. This will be a format showing on the front end side, so soon you will see this. 10 0 okay, and here we can just simply we can remove this and we can cut this out. You can say is OTP we put the text here, and I will add a style, inline style, say color will be white and margin top 10, font size 16, font weight 400. Okay, and I will say here resend OTP in format time left. All right, so let's refresh the screen again. Reloading. Maybe it's have an issue, so what we can do, we can just close this screen. Alright, so let's stop the server and start the server again. You need to press the S and then A, because it will be switched to the development mode, and then you need to press the A for the Android development. Okay, so property OTP timer doesn't exist, so our function we have created, so we will go back and we simply control space and we can import. Okay, so it will be visible now. You can close this. All right, so what is remaining part we can just cover up right now. So after this OTP timer, we need to add one more touchable opacity, and this touchable opacity we can say on press we can have a handle type. So this is the button who will be handle the multiple types like sign in, login, registration, and the reset password. So we can add a text block, and in this text it's have a class styles dot toggle text, and here we can say is login, don't have an account, register, already registered, already registered, login. Okay, so you can see this is here. If we can go this toggle text, so we can increase the size here, it will be visible better. Okay, this is good. Let's go on top again. Yeah, this is fine. Now just click on after this touchdown opacity or touchable opacity, just copy and paste one more time. And what we can do, we can just remove this, and instead of handle type we can pass the function and say set is password reset, and we say no is password reset. So it will be a toggling to the password reset. All right, and we can say disabled, we say is password reset. Here we take the text block and we say style to styles dot toggle text, and here is login, so we say reset password. So if you see, the reset password is showing here. So now this all the things has been done, so let's quickly but there is something is missing. We are missing with that we need to add the video on the top. So what we can do, we need to create a context, okay, for the video loading. So I will go to the context quickly and create it right now. I will just off this and create a new file, call it media context.tsx. All right, and here I will say interface context type, and I will say player. This will be a video on the top of about welcome to S3 text. So this will be like a video. Oh, it's not showing here. So okay, I will say video player and null. So let's see if we can import this manually. Import video player from Expo video. Yeah, this is good. And video loaded boolean const media context create context say media. I will just copy this and paste it here. Context type else undefined. Close this. Undefined. Okay, so maybe we need to yeah, so this will be here. Const media context. Why this error is cannot find name? Okay, spelling mistake. Say const video source. We need to add a link here, so I will provide you a link so you can add it here. Alright, so this link we need to add, and after this link is I have added a video on my AWS Amazon S3 bucket, so you can get this. Export const media provider react.fc, and we can add a children react node life is react node children, and here what's this up. Okay, so I will just add a use state here. Const video loaded set video loaded, say react dot use state false. Why this error? Type children react node void is on fc children react node. Okay, so something is wrong here. So this is children react node. All right, maybe we have to return, so that's why it's giving error. All right, so I will add a player. Const player is equal to use video player from Expo video, and I will add a video source, that the URL we have added above, and we can have a player. This player, we can add a player dot loop is equal to true. We will loop the video, so it will play again and again. On the login screen, a play will be automatically play, and set video loaded will be a true. All right, and in the return we can simply add a media context dot provider a value player video loaded. Okay, and I will close this, and I pass the children. All right, and here we can export use media const use media function media context type const context use context from React. I will say media context type. Okay, and here can say if not context throw new error, say use media must be used within a media provider. Okay, and we can return context so that error will be removed. All right, so this code is done. So now what we can do, we can go to our layout, and in this layout we can simply import and wrap the layout. So after this image preload provider, we can add media provider. Just cut this out and add it here. Okay, so you can just close this media provider, close the layout, and go to here. Okay, now what you need to do, we can go to the login screen again, and top of the scroll up, okay, and at the top of this view, if you see this line number 230, first view, after the first view we need to add a video component, video component, and we need to create this video component. So right now we will create in this components, video component .tsx. So let's, and here I will say rnf, simplified video component, and I will add a use media that we are using a context, right? Const, I will say a player. We need to get all the what we say that media context, we need to load it here, so that will be load our video, use media. All right, so now I will just see context media context. Okay, so here I will say if is video loaded or not a player, video not loaded or not a player not loaded, so we will return activity indicator, means we will load a loader. So I will just add a view and I will add activity indicator, and I will add a style here, styles dot loading container. Okay, I will add this style here, on styles style sheet dot create. And here I will copy this, paste it here, add the object like a flex1 justify container is in center, align items is in center, background color be a 0C081F. All right, I will add one more class right now. I will say video, and its position will be an absolute. From the top it will be a -80. Oh sorry, what we can do, we can add it later. First we will create this. Okay, let's complete this. This minus 180, and here left will be a 0, right will be a 0, or width will be 100%, height will be 100%. Alright, let's go on the top, and here we can add a video view from the Expo video, and here we need to provide the style. You know that styles dot video, player will be player, allow full screen, and native control will be false. Okay, so we can go here and simply add this, and it will be visible. Okay, so let's yeah, it's coming. We can just reload. It's taking time because it's getting slow, so maybe we need to restart this Android, but let's see. Alright, the video is loaded, but something is wrong. That screen is not coming perfectly. The component, go to the index, let's go on top. So the problem may be this gradient is not working as should be. So if we see GPA, okay, we have a problem here. We need to remove this A, and this also, this. Okay, let's see RGP, and here we need to add RGPA. Okay, if you see this looks it, because if you see this have a opacity. Okay, this RGBA have a opacity set around very minimal, so that's why. Okay, so now this looks very clean. Okay, this looks fine for me. So if I click on the account register, it will be show a login, and it will be a sign in now. We can also reset the password. So soon we will now test this out, but we need to fix this issue if we clicking on the type. So let's go down, let's check the button. Where is the button? This is reset password. Okay, I got it. We need to have a not login. Okay, yeah, now this is good. So we have a sign in the white color. If we click on the register, we have a sign up in the black color. Go back to the login, and we can reset the password also. So right now we can test this out. So I will use an email ID, and we can sign up right now. So we can just go to the home screen after the sign up. Okay, so let's have an email. Give me a minute. So now I will just I'm doing the sign up. So I will say Nitin.ahuja ja47@gmail.com, and I will just add a password. So I will add any one of my password. Alright, you can also check and use the password. I will click on the sign up. Okay, so it's giving please enter a valid email ID. Okay, so something is wrong with the validation. So quickly we can go to the just a minute, let's quickly go to on top. Okay, so let's check this. Maybe the issue with this regex, so that's why it's not checking properly. So we can check this code. Okay, so the problem is this should be a $sign. Alright, so we can just reload the screen again, click on A, so it will open the Android again. Okay, So now I will say Nitin.ahuja. I need to check the email ID again. ahuja47 at gmail.com. I will add a simple password here. So what we can also check the errors. Just wait a minute. Make it off. We can close this, and if we hit the sign in, sorry, we need to register the account. We can register. If we click on sign up, it will say password must be at least 8 character long. Okay, or if we cut this out and we say sign up, so it will say please enter a valid email ID, and we will paste this. Okay, we can add password. Everything working fine. Okay, now we will click on sign up, and it will be giving a, okay, something gone wrong. So we need to check what's gone wrong, because it's not working. It's not working because we forgetting something. So if we click again, let's click on the sign in. You will notice sending the error. So what we can do, we will click this sign up process by creating a logs. All right, so I will create a log here first. Check one. I will just copy this, refresh. Okay, so it's going on this, and keyboard is dismissed, loading is true, loading getting false, because this is fine. Okay, let's check here, and we can remove this from here. So we'll say if it's coming to here. Okay, this is fine. Now we need to check this OTP function, if OTP is working or not. So maybe this code is working fine here till it's sending OTP to the API address. So what we can do, we can go to the auth context. Okay, and in auth context, we can check the OTP. Go to auth. Okay, it's a send OTP. Okay, maybe something is missing. It's a send OTP, and we are using send OTP. All right, just save this. Okay, go down and just reload this again. This time it will be load faster. Yeah, so I will add the password. Oh, not adding the password, what's wrong? Reload this again. Okay, so I will say Nitin.ahuja47 @gmail.com, and I will add a password. I will click on register. I will click on sign up. Okay, so now this is working fine. This is working fine. Okay, so this password is this OTP is sent on my email ID, so I will quickly check. Okay, so you see this OTP is working here. So I will just quickly say 7441, and I will add here 7441. Verify OTP. Good. So the problem was only this, and it's now on the home screen. So this is working. So now what we can do, we can just simply reload the app, and we can make this a little bit. So I will say style, and style I will say flex 1, and I will add a style here. I will say color should be white. Okay, and I will say font size should be 16, and font weight, sorry, font weight regular. Okay, but this still not loading, so I will just close this. I will reload again. All right, so now we are registered. Okay, our username and password is saved in the MongoDB, and now we need to uh, sign in. We need to check the sign in process within .ahuja 47 at gmail.com. Then we will check the password reset. We can also test the password reset password. So we'll click on the reset password, whatever the password we want to set. So we can set here. I will set a different password. Just a minute. Add joker 1 2 3 4 5 6. So I can adding this exclamatory joker 1 2 3 4 5 6. I will send the OTP. Okay, again we have some issue, so maybe let's check the server. What is wrong? API and OTP is working fine. Then what's wrong? Let's click again, check the server again. Okay, means it's sending the OTP, but there's something is wrong. This OTP is sent, maybe issue is this side. Okay, so let's go back to the index and verify OTP. No, we need to check the OTP sent. Something is wrong. Let's check the response, what response we are getting. OTP response, so we can have idea why this is not working. We will click again. Okay, so we are getting message password reset OTP sent on mobile success true. So if this success is true, so why this toast is not working? Okay, we are making it false. We need to make it true. But why this toast is not working? So that's a problem. Okay, got it. What we need to do, guys, there is something we are forgetting still. So go to the layout. So we can go to the layout, and in the below, in after this stack, we need to add this toast provider. Okay, we can add this, we can add this. Okay, so now it will work. So if we send it again, see, password reset OTP sent on mobile. Fine. So now we can just check again our email. So we have 4334. So we can add 4334, verify reset OTP. OTP verification failed. Again, we have a problem. So when we verify the OTP, so let's check the verification function. Set loading true. Join. Let's send this again. Check the server. Okay, it's 200. Okay, so now we can go to the email. It's we can refresh this again. I think something wrong. Okay, so it's 8500. We need to clear this also, yeah. 8500. Okay, OTP verified successfully. Fine. Maybe that is the issue with something, that OTP is invalid or something expired. That's why it's working. So we are on the home screen. Oh, sorry. So now I will just log in again. I will just refresh this, reload the screen. So it will be reload the application. Okay, so now the last and final, I will sign in. I will say my email tin.oja47@gmail.com, and the password, you know that. I will just open this and say exclamatory joker at that 12345 6. Hope so we have this password. Invalid. Okay, I will remove the at the rate. I don't know, maybe this is okay. Login successful. See the how much faster it is. Okay, it's very fast response. It's in this localhost. That's why 401 because of the wrong password. 200 success. Okay, guys. So our authentication system login, sign up, and the password reset has been done. Okay. So now we can work. Next, a third part will be a home screen where we will see all of the AI models, all of the grid, whatever the generated AI images we will see in the grid, and all the home screens component will be there. Okay, so today's video is done. Thank you.